or we'll see it.
Hashtag Pilot Games, it'll get sent right over to us if you're posting it onto there, and we'll be able to find it, be able to put it onto our enrolling screen. But there's also other ways to be able to send it in as well.
Yeah, it's that jackpots at pilotgames.com. That's email. That's our email there. So email us at jackpots@pilotgames.com. Obviously, if you don't want to post it on Facebook with the hashtag Pilot Games. But we love seeing you guys play it, and if you have a favorite bartender or friends there, or you just like playing it, obviously you don't have to win a jackpot to take a photo of yourself having fun playing Pilot Games.
Yeah, definitely send in those photos. It's as easy as sending them on the Messenger app of Facebook. It's a lot of fun. But we got Rick over at RJ's on 5th Avenue in Ellendale, taking home $22.80 on that prize. Good job, Rick.
Yeah, nice job, Rick, there. Speaking of nice jobs here, we're hoping that the Vikings can pull off a nice job against the Cowboys at 7:20 p.m. October 31st, this Sunday. That's that Halloween Sunday night game we have been talking about for a little bit now. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun there.
No, super good stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I've just been seeing a lot of this lately, and this has been the Vikings talk. This has been Vikings. It's been about Justin Jefferson, one of our favorite players, and the up-and-coming star in the wide receiving room over there in the Bengals, Jamar Chase. And just because everyone's going to draw comparisons to him because they were both on that same LSU team that won the national championship and now are both dominating in the NFL, which one is going to end up being the better of the two players? Right now, Justin Jefferson on pace to have the best 2-year run for rookie to second-year wide receiver that the league's ever seen. But Jamar Chase is also on pace to have the most receiving yards ever in a rookie campaign. And so it's just a really tough thing to say. And they've both been super impressive. What do you think?
I really don't know. I mean, I think that they're both extremely good.
Yes,
so.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's kind of at this point where you're like, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they both were like arguably the best wide receiver in the league in a few years.
Oh, for sure. I mean, hopefully, I hope for their sake that they keep their skill in their winning going on.
Yeah.
Because right now they are definitely two very good wide receivers. So it would be very cool if we could have two like all-star players coming from that LSU team there. So
now we're looking at it, and there's so many good players out of that LSU team that won the national championship. Just those two being a select few of the really talented group that they had there. But it's just what do you want out of your player? I think is more of who you think is better, because I think Justin Jefferson gives you a more consistent underneath route guy. He's more consistent in just general wide receiver play. But if you're looking for those big time plays, you're looking for touchdowns, you're looking for deep balls, Jamar Chase seems to be your guy. One of the best deep ball threats already in the league as a rookie, and he definitely doesn't do it. He does it in much less receptions than Justin Jefferson gets. But I mean, Justin Jefferson, he's the only player that has had over 75 yards every single game this season, and so just consistency with Justin Jefferson, where you get the big plays from Jamar Chase. I don't know which one you'd rather have. What you'd rather get out of your players, because I mean both are very valuable within a NFL offensive system. It just comes down to I personally think Justin Jefferson's better, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those things that like you can go that one of the other is better, but until you know the dice land where they may,
exactly,
you're not going to know.
Yeah, once the helmets are hung up and they both are retired from the NFL, then we'll know who is the better wide receiver.
Right. That might be a long time, but until then,
hopefully it's a long time.
Hopefully we won't know for a long time. There might be some point where you might be able to find out.
Oh, it would be awesome if they were like the best and the second best wide receiver in the league, and they like create a rivalry friendship between each other.
Yeah. That would be really cool. Just, competing and pushing each other to be the best that they can be. That would be cool stuff from those two. Kind of like I mean, maybe a closer-esque version for longer because they're very close in age of like a Kobe and MJ sort of deal.
Oh, yes, where they were just both really good players, but they were just they each were just ultra competitors too.
Yeah.
And so was just a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, I kind of can get behind that. Moving on from just even the Vikings, just talking more NFL, who do you personally think is the best wide receiver in the NFL?
The best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Oh man!
Yeah, I mean, it's not clear cut like it was like a few years ago, where you'd go, oh, it was Calvin Johnson just about 10 years ago, and then you probably go Julio Jones a few years ago. For the years after that, Antonio Brown held a title solidly for a few years.
Yeah,
but there's not really a solid title holder now.
Yeah, well, holding this title, it's here to win because they're holding the title to win there, apparently, because they're here to win.
Yeah, they're playing at Stock Rapids VFW Post 6992, taking home that $15.40 must-go prize.
Yeah, I like that name for whatever reason, here to win there.
Let us know what's happening.
Yeah.
They're naming it and claiming it. That's what they're doing.
They're like, yeah, I only showed up to win, so please only give me straight W's there.
Only straight dubs. But do you have
Yes. Let's see. I don't know. I literally
it's a tough one because it matters on what you want in your wide receiver. That's also what like. What do you think is more valuable out of a wide receiver? That's almost a question that's being asked as well, because you got Davante Adams, who is one of the best route running, getting open guys, getting underneath open. You got DeAndre Hopkins, who's probably the best hands in the league,
for sure,
who just has a massive catch radius. You got Tyreek Hill, who can take the top off of any defense, and so it's what do you want?
I guess the thing that I would look for, I'd have to do research into this because I've not been prepared for this wide receiver conversation.
No.
But it is what I would look at as consistency and how often can they get open on their routes, because every other person, as much as having good hands is great.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're in the NFL, so you already have pretty good hands.
Oh yeah.
And so it's just more about who's more consistent and who can get open. So, and I think that a lot of it kind of boils down to consistency, because consistency includes getting open and having hands and route running. So
yeah. So probably then it comes down to Davante Adams and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And just who you think is the better of the two, because both of them draw the double coverages. They don't get targeted a lot because they're just so like schemed up to get stopped,
right,
and stuff like that. And so when they do get catches, they get catches for huge yardage type situations. They are, I mean, one of the main things that defenses scheme against. Just what skill do you find more valuable at that point? Tyreek Hill's ability to make those ginormous plays, or Davante Adams' ability to work as a routes, get open in the mid-range side of the field. It's definitely a tough one.
Yeah, it for sure.
And then there's even Stephon Diggs. I mean, I didn't even mention Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he is an incredible wide receiver as well. I'm probably gonna go with right now, just because I hate the Packers so much. I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill, just because I mean, you watch how much has happened since I've watched the NFL start to just solely focus on Tyreek Hill and trying to shut him down, and how much that has affected Patrick Mahomes as a passer, and stuff like that. It makes me go, oh, that was he had such an effect on this offense. Like, he has to be one of the best players in the league. And I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill. That's my final answer. It's definitely not a for sure answer, but that's my answer.
Yeah, I mean, the more we talk about it, the more that I go, you know, if you are forcing defenses to completely scheme up how to stop you, you definitely have a major effect on the game. That it is hard to not say that you are one of the best players in the league, especially when you're Tyreek Hill and you are having...
Like, literally the entire defense is built to make sure Tyreek Hill doesn't get open over top.
Exactly. So, I mean, just a huge force of change. So, like...
Exactly, because, I mean, you get to the point like where all the NFL wide receivers are fast, But what Tyreek Hill brings is a different level of speed. Like,
oh, yeah.
You've never seen someone, even the guys that are fast in the NFL, don't look like the guys who run 4.2s and stuff like that run faster 40s than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill looks so much faster on the football field that it doesn't even matter. Like,
oh, man. I mean, because there is a huge difference between your 40 time and how fast you can cut, how fast you can run through your routes, how fast you can separate from people, because I think Tyreek Hill has that like S tier of being able to speed up and stop.
Oh yeah, no, that's the key to it, and so I'm gonna Tyreek Hill, but Davante Adams close second place for me, and so it's
I think that Davante Adams there is also very close in that, like, because when you talk about route running, he is also very consistent. Before we keep talking about this conversation, we have Pee Wee from TJ's On and Off Sale from Plainview, winning that $19.60 there. So nice job, Pee Wee. And I was saying,
if I wasn't so anti Green Bay, I'd probably say Davante Adams, just because I think he's the more complete wide receiver as a whole. Like, he can get open no matter how the defense schemes him up, and he's always getting open, and that's where I kind of come into the whole entire. Because I realized halfway through making the whole Tyreek Hill point was that I was going completely against my take that Justin Jefferson is better than Jamar Chase, and and because Jamar Chase is the Tyreek Hill of the two, and Davante Adams is definitely the Justin Jefferson of the two, and so I got to stay a little bit consistent.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and so I guess the underneath good route runner that can get open no matter how they scheme up against them, I guess is the better wide receiver. But I think Tyreek Hill is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's like ticky-tack, where you pick and choose what you want, and obviously if we can kind of be like, yeah, one of them's slightly better than the other one. At the end of the day, they are so close that either way you have to completely change your defense to try and strategize to stop them. And so it really just depends on what you want to get open, what you want not to get open.
I mean, heck, you don't even know how really good the Tampa Bay wide receivers are, like, because there's so many different weapons on that team. Like, Chris Godwin may be one of those guys that competes for one of the best wide receivers in the entire NFL if he was just the number one wide receiver on his team. Like, there's like 7 different number one wide receivers on that team.
He's not getting as many targets as, like, say, a Tyreek Hill does.
And so it's so hard. It's so dependent on the quarterback as well. A wide receiver can be great, but it needs to have a good quarterback to go along with it. And so it definitely helps if you're like, I mean, look at the two guys we're talking about. We're talking about Tyreek Hill and Davante Adams being the two best wide receivers in the NFL, who are the two most talented quarterbacks in the NFL.
Exactly.
Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. And so it's a tough one to ever fully get a true argument on when it comes into that kind of situation. But make sure you guys are supporting our Vikings this Sunday while we take on those Cowboys, as right now it's looking like the Cowboys have won the Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Trevon Diggs with his 7 interceptions that he has already this season.
Just crazy stuff.
Yeah, been picking off everybody, but we'll see if Kirk Cousins can slow his roll. But shoot out some luck to those Vikings by playing the game that we created after we teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus and win big prizes.
Yeah, definitely one of our most popular ETAB games there, but we are in our Jackpot Hunter standings here because we are playing Jackpot Hunter, and we just saw one of our top 10s win.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's just hop right in because he's right at the start of this list.
Yeah, it's Pee Wee in the number 10 spot there on our Jackpot Hunter player standings here. Pee Wee is from TJ's Tavern on and off sale with 18,000 points. So, yeah, nice job, Pee Wee, getting some points for those standings there. And 8th place tied. There's a two-way tie here. Previously in 9th, it was Bull from Corner Bar Goodhue. And then we have Lula Finn of American Legion Shakopee, both at 19,000 points there at 8th place. Bull kind of increasing it, tying it up with Lula Finn there. And then we move on to a three-way tie. So not a two-way tie we were just at, but now a three-way tie with Short Bus from Broadway Pizza, Maple Grove, Wolfstein from Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Joni from Bleachers, all at 20,000 points. They have been tied for a little while now. And then we have in 4th place, Jim Rocks from American Legion Stillwater, 21,000 points. Then in 3rd place, we have Curtis's evil twin, Curtis J, using his Evil Flowers and Country Lounge to stay in that 3rd place spot with 22,000 points. And then we just talked about them. They just got a win recently. It's one away from Corner Pocket there, joining Yags 370 in that 25K club. Yeah, one away, 2nd place, 25,000 points. Before I move on to our 1st place spot,
we got Vin J over at Somewhere Else, taking home that $12.60 Musco prize. Your wife asked, "Are you at the bar right now?" No, I'm somewhere else.
Exactly. Great stuff. That is a really great name there for that bar there.
Yeah, but we got the number 1 player in these Jackpot Hunter standings.
And we talk about him all the time. It's Yags 370 from Riverboat Depot with 33,000 points there, the first in that 25K point club. But we have One Away joining in there. So we'll see if One Away can reel in Yags 370.
Oh, yeah, some big time stuff. But before we hop into the location standings, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for a game number 15. Back for game number 16 of the broadcast.
Well, Legion Deer River won $35,597 in some Vikings bingo on a game day broadcast. It was huge. Then Rochi came in over at the Country Lounge and winning $1,135. Yeah, you usually don't want to see a Roach in your place, but when Rochi's winning, why not? Then you got Trisha, Fred, big-time players out there over at the Moonlight Bay, winning $1,600. But Lucky Tim came in over at the Lakefront Bar with another jackpot win, $2,778.
Oh, yeah, well, we're giving jackpots out all the time, so make sure you guys are coming out for all of our live bingo this week. Hey guys, and we love playing Vikings bingo from 12 to 1 every single day. And we just gave out a Vikings jackpot that was absolutely massive. Not during the 12 to 1 time, it was during Vikings bingo. Yeah. But it was huge amounts of cash. It was over 35 grand on it. It was a lot of fun, but it is huge on that Twiking zone. I can't wait to see the shakeups after everyone was trying to win that 35 grand jackpot.
Yeah, let's just get in there right away. 10th place, we got Looser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 112,000 points. That's right, we're already in the 100,000 point club. It happens fast. With 134,000 points over at Shady's Railside, it's Puts in 9th place. Then in 8th place, it's Kick It over at Bleachers with 142,000 points. With 144,000 points over at Corky's Bar South Haven, it's Nan in 7th place. In 6th place, it's the reigning champion Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 161,000 points. With 163,000 points over at VFW Blaine, Scrub Eye sits in 5th place. In 4th place, we got Joni at the VFW North St. Paul, I should say, with 166,000 points. But with 171,000 points, it's our third place player, SNS, over at the Muddy Cow Brooklyn Park. But then we jump into the 200,000 point club with 222,000 points over at the White Front Saloon. It's Lucky Tim in 2nd place. And then our number 1 player in the entire state of Minnesota in the Twiking zone is not lucky. Corner Bar Goodhue, 295,000 points. Look for Not Lucky to get into the 300,000 point club this week.
Oh yeah, really close to it, but we already have locations that are in the 300,000 point club.
Okay.
We have locations even in the 400,000 point club. One of them closing in on the 500,000 point club.
Half
but
milli.
let's get this thing started off right, because we, in 10th place, it's with 174,000 points, Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 9th place is Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale with 194,000 points. Remember, those are the reigning champs, Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place, it's Bleachers in Maplewood, and that is the first location in the 200,000 point club with 214,000 points. With 223,000 points, in 7th place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. 6th place, it's Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, with 243,000 points. Now with 270,000 points, in 5th place, we got Lakefront Bar in La Center. With 276,000 points, though, in 4th place, it's American Legion Fridley, and that is the final location in the 200,000 point club. Now in 3rd place, with 313,000 points, the only location in the 300,000 point club, it's Mapleview Lounge 2. But then we got 2 locations battling it out in the 400,000 point club. 2nd place, VFW Spring Lake Park, 471,000 points. Then the number 1 location, Corner Bar in Goodhue with 494,000 points. So close to getting to that 500,000 point club. Could do it this week.
Well, I'm going to be holding my breath all week long because these twiking standings are going crazy. Well, this season of PGL has been a great one. Season X has not disappointed as these players have come out to bring it.
Oh, yes, these players, the points have been huge. We have million point clubs. It's huge. But in 10th place, we got Fishy24 at Sherry Sports Saloon with 814,280 points. 9th place, it's Gramps at Gino's Bar and Grill with 869,735 points. Then we meander on over to Malone's Bar and Grill, where they have 882,000 points. 882,930 points, and that player is Sloppy in 8th place. 7th place, it's none other than Nixon at VFW Roseville with 902,680 points. Then over in La Playette, we got T-Mac 750 in 6th place with 910,425 points. Then with 930,875 points in 5th place, the final. Hey guys, we are getting into some more Jackpot Hunter. We're getting into game number 16 of the broadcast. You guys just have 50 seconds to do so. We have a major sitting at $13,650, 51 balls or less. A mega jackpot sitting at $100,000, 45 balls or less. But then the bell of the ball, $1,388 if you can win it in 52 balls or less. But might as well at that point win in 51 balls, take home the major and the minor all together.
Oh yeah, just take it all. Take it all.
Oh yeah, but in game number 15, the game we just played that we took a break for, we had Bund. Oh, I'm trying to figure out who won this one. We had Bund at
Bun from Coral Saloon Eatery in. We had two. We had
no. It was just one. It was Bund at Corral Saloon and Eatery in Nelson, taking home that $12.20 prize.
Oh, gotcha. There, yeah, that makes sense. For some reason, the "and" in the middle of the saloon and eatery made it seem like there was 2 winners there.
Yeah,
so
I got so confused.
Very confusing. But
not because of you, Curtis, because we get confused easily.
Yes.
That is what it was. But let's head into the location side of these standings. In 10th place, we got Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale with 32,000 points. With 34,000 points in 9th place, we got Bleachers in Maplewood. 8th place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 35,000 points. With 41,000 points in 7th place, we got Municipal Liquor Store in Akeley. In Goodhue, we have the number 6 location because it's Corner Bar in Goodhue with 42,000 points. Then with 46,000 points in 5th place, the last location outside the 50,000 point club, it's American Legion Shakopee. But with 54,000 points in 4th place, it's American Legion Rice. 3rd place, it's the reigning champs, Riverboat Depot and Sartell with 55,000 points. With 59,000 points in 2nd place, we got Pappy's Cafe 2 in Coon Rapids. But then the number 1 location, it's Country Lounge in St. Paul with 64,000 points.
That is great stuff, our crazy location standings there. And then talking about great stuff here, we have celebrity birthdays. So a little bit of fun here for you guys. In 1881, it's Pablo Picasso, an artist.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Picasso.
Yeah.
When you get known by just saying one bit of your name, like when you say Jordan, you think Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and when you say Pablo, you think of Pablo Picasso. No, when I say Picasso, you think of
Pablo Picasso.
The Picasso. Like,
yes, exactly. I mean, made 3 dancers. The other ones I'm not going to be able to pronounce.
I probably would recognize them because of their paintings, but
yes, I mean he's made hundreds of famous paintings. But we got a famous winner getting the win, Rochi, over at Country Lounge, winning in pretty short amount of balls, in just 58 balls, so just 6 balls away from that jackpot. Yeah. But took home $16.20 on that one, Rochi. Good job.
Yeah, nice job, Rochi there. 1888, we have
Richard E. Bride. He was aviator and polar explorer, was the first to reach the North and South Pole by air.
Yes, that is crazy stuff right there. I mean,
that's not even allowed anymore, is it?
First to reach probably not.
You're not allowed to see like the North Pole. You're not allowed to fly over the North Pole, isn't it? I
don't remember hearing about that.
There's one of the poles that you can't fly over. I don't remember which one it is, but there's flight restrictions on one.
I'm sure there is. I feel like it would be illegal to go from one to the other just in the fact that you're going from one to the other. But yes, flying over one may be illegal. 4 reasons.
Yes, they cannot fly over the North Pole or Antarctica.
Oh. Where's it saying that? They simply board a flight. You can be there in hours, but it's not true with one. The answer apparently is a little bit more complicated, but it is a no fly zone.
Yeah, you can't fly either way. So he's the first one to do it, and I don't know if there can be. There's probably more people to do it besides just him, but there can't be any more getting added to it.
Yes, so he is in a league of his own there, and probably going to be like that for the rest of a while. So 1912, though, we have Minnie Pearl from Country Comedy. That is a weird thing right there, but Country Comedy is maybe what I say there. They're Grand Old Opry and Hee-Haw.
Okay, well, I've never heard of that. Looks like just a country comedian.
Yeah, so yeah. It's Annie. What's the name there? Sorry, before we keep moving on. It's Minnie Pearl there, country comedian, 1912. Yeah, for some reason that is spelled really weird, but she is a country comedian. And the next one we can't really mess up here. In 1940.
Yeah, born in 1940. A really iconic basketball coach.
Yeah.
Bobby Knight. He was a college basketball coach for Indiana. He also won the Olympic gold for coaching in 1984, that Olympic team. Super impressive coach. Just got a little fired up sometimes.
Yeah, Bobby Knight is one of those like iconic coaches.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's the one that took the folding chair
and
whipped it across the entire entire court. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of coaches getting fired up, Bobby Knight has to be one of those coaches you think of because.
Oh, especially if you're thinking like basketball coaches. First one that pops in my head is
for
Bobby
sure.
Knight.
Bobby Knight just instantaneously.
Iconic
I mean,
coach.
you can't just that him throwing the folding chair across the court is one of those moments of like that's pretty funny, and that's also like
great.
just great energy from Bobby Knight.
Oh,
So,
for sure. I mean, it's made me want to chuck folding chairs across the floor.
oh man, I mean, I can't count how many times I wanted to be an assistant coach who snaps the clipboards over my
yes,
knees.
exactly.
Just that same sort of energy from
You
Bobby Knight.
want to
like-
bring the Bobby Knight energy.
Exactly. So maybe I might bring that to our next playoff game here.
Okay, yeah, we are heading to playoffs, so wish our football team a little bit of luck this week as we get ready for a tough road game in these playoffs, but it should be a lot of fun. But happy birthday, Bobby Knight. Hopefully we can channel some of that energy this week to install into our players.
Oh, for sure. So in 1941, we have Helen Reddy from Rock. She's a rock vocalist. I Am Woman and You and Me Against the World. So
yeah, big time rock vocalist Helen Reddy.
yeah.
Born on the same day, same year. It's Ann Tyler. A writer did The Accidental Tourist.
Yeah. So basically, Helen Reddy and Ann Tyler were destined to be famous because same day, same year there.
Exactly.
1954, it's Mike. Before I go over Mike here, it's Rochi winning it again from Country Lounge in St. Paul. So yeah, we were talking about celebrity birthdays, and Rochi said, "I'm in here. I'm a celebrity. Let me get in some of that action there." So yeah, $18 to Rochi there. I was just talking about Mike Irizoni, for a hockey player, Olympic gold medal in 1980. So, yeah, definitely not a whole lot of people that can say they got Olympic gold or a hockey player Olympic gold. There,
Oh,
so.
yeah, super impressive stuff. I don't remember. That may be the really impressive gold medal for the Olympic hockey team.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. He could not be on that team because obviously he could be from another country playing in the NHL. But
True.
I will figure it out. The gold medal. So he played for India.
Oh.
In the 1980 Summer Olympics. Oh, this is field hockey. Okay, so we're not even in the right one. Okay.
Yeah, so if you were wondering who in 1981 field hockey, it was India. But we are figuring out our winner Olympic gold medal 1980. Let's see.
Oh, that was Miracle on
That was
Ice.
the Miracle on Ice there. That was the 1980 hockey Winter Olympics W for the Olympic.
That
for
was
the USA
huge.
team.
I mean, that's
Huge stuff.
crazy. Okay, so he's one of those players on one of the most iconic wins in U.S. history.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Miracle on Ice, I mean, is one of the hugest sports things that ever happened to the U.S., especially within the sport of hockey. And so definitely a huge win there. And happy birthday to an absolute legend, Mike Irizona.
Yeah, we got 1984 here. It is Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah,
from
pop singer. Yeah, she did a lot of good works like I Kissed a Girl, Walking Up in Vegas, and many, many more.
Waking Up in Vegas.
Waking Up in Vegas, yes, not Walking Up to Vegas.
I don't know if I know what Waking Up in Vegas is. I'm sure that if we played it, I would know what it is, but I do know what I Kissed a Girl is.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I mean, there's so many more. Like I feel like I don't know the one Vegas one.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the first ones they
There's
go.
like Dark Horse, Roar, that was really famous for a while. Last Friday Night, California Girls. There's so many more that I would know directly from name, but
Oh, yeah. California Girl's huge.
yeah,
Teenage Dream, huge as well.
just that album itself is huge.
Yes, the entire album is massive for Katy Perry.
Teenage Dream, just birthday.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday
To Katy Perry.
Katy Perry is right now with Orlando Bloom. Love a good old Orlando. I think.
Oh.
Yes,
yeah.
I know Orlando Bloom. Okay, I was making sure. I was like, I think I know who he is.
He is the elf from Lord of the Rings. So
Exactly.
He also is in Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
Mhm. Yeah,
so those
no,
are two famous ones. Of
Yeah,
his.
he's a big time actor. But happy birthday, Katy Perry. Big time singer songwriter that's created some really big stuff. Next celebrity birthday. I'm gonna see if I know her before I even say her. But we got balls dropping in this game right here. Oh, it's Russell Wilson's wife. That's how I know her. I was like, I know the name. I don't know what she looks like though. I've heard of the name before. Yeah, born in 1985. We got Ciara, singer and songwriter, is part of Ciara the Evolution, and is also a model. And what I mostly know her for is being Russell Wilson's wife.
Yeah, you hear folks from the #1 football head of the studio is Ian, and he knows her because she's Russell Wilson's wife.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure if Jordy was on the broadcast, she would be very disappointed that I don't know who she is. She'd be shaking her head at me, and she'd be like, "I love her show." And sorry, I don't know model stuff like that.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I did not know her either way, so
Okay.
I'm in the middle of those
Yes.
two.
Well, we got a winner. It's Reed127 over at VFW Forest Lake, taking home $19 on that 58-ball Musco prize. And now we're getting enrolled into what game?
We are getting enrolled into game number 19 here.
Wow, already game number 19. We're flying through these games really quickly.
Oh, we have Curtis who checked in when we were talking about Katy Perry songs, and we were talking about waking up in Vegas. He said that we might know it from the chorus, and he wrote out some of the letters here. And I do recognize it from its name because it's the one that goes like, "Shut up and put your money where your mouth is," like that.
Oh,
one.
yes. Okay.
Obviously, I may have sung that really bad and may not have sounded like the song at all, but I do. I
know
recognize
I know what you're
that.
talking about now. I wish we didn't just get lyrics from Curtis and we could actually get a video of him singing it. That would make my day so much better. But we got some Timberwolves news we got to get into.
Right.
As Karl Anthony Towns scored 15 of his 25 points for Minnesota in the first quarter, being fouled out in frustration and being forced to watch the Timberwolves hang on to for a 89 victory over the New Orleans Pelicans on Saturday night. Super fun game, super good game as well, as the New Orleans Pelicans are a very talented young team, as we are as well. But seeing us dominate in that game up until seeing Karl Anthony Towns go out of the game definitely showed who the true leader of this team is Karl Anthony Towns. He's taking that next step of being a really good player. But we can see what's to come in this next game as we're taking on the Pelicans again.
Yeah, that is October 25th
Tonight.
at 7 p.m. So, yeah, it is tonight. Another game against the Pelicans at 7 p.m. So, if you are wondering how they're going to fare against them for a third time, because we faced them in the preseason and beat them, so we just beat them again. So, we're going to really know what's up between the Timberwolves versus the Pelicans after we face them a third time here. Total, second time for the actual season games.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, a really good game for Karl Anthony Towns where he dropped 25 points, but Anthony Edwards had a good game as well as he dropped 19 points, a little less than what I want to see him do. I want to see him more in that 20-point range, but he also had
9 rebounds there and 5 assists. So.
Exactly. Coming from one of your guards, that is really good production. So I expect even more out of him. D'Angelo Russell, I need to see him passing the ball a little bit better. Only 1 assist on the day. But Patrick Beverley, seeing him get back into action, he played played really well, playing that scrapper role of where he got 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 points, exactly what I expect out of Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, we also had some decent stats from our bench there. We had Naz Reid there getting 12 points, as well as tying D'Angelo Russell. Very close in stats there. I mean, besides 1 assist there, basically the same stats. But we also had Jared Vanderbilt getting 8 rebounds there, and
yeah, really good stuff for him.
Good stuff from those guys.
But I mean, what we got to work on is that defensive side, especially when it comes to our wing defense. Brandon Ingram was able to drop 30 points on us. He did play 40 minutes though, so he was playing for a really long time, for almost the entire game. But putting up 30 points, we don't like to see opponents do that, and so solidifying that wing defense is going to be huge in this next game where we take on the Pelicans again.
Yeah, I mean, not only him, but we had Valanciunas drop 20 points on us as well there. So we'll have to see how we can shore up our defense.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, right now sitting 2-0, one of the better records in the West even. And so we're excited to see if we can keep on this winning streak. Obviously, the Pelicans, we've already beaten them once. Let's hopefully do it again and keep this winning streak rolling. But let's hop right back into
the Twiking Zone.
Oh, yes, and these player standings are crazy as the Twiking Zone gets. In 10th place, we got Loser Dave, VFW Spring Lake Park, 119,000 points. With 139,000 points in 9th place, we got Putz over at Willard's Bar Bacchus. With 142,000 points in 8th place, we got Kick It over at Bleachers. 7th place, it's Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 161,000 points. With 166,000 points in 5th place, we have a two-way tie between two big-time players. But we got a winner before I go over this two-way tie in 5th place.
It's a Pee-wee from TJ's on a tavern on and off sale from Plainview, really wanting to up their rankings on that Jackpot Hunter standings, because Pee-wee's sitting at 10th place right now.
Yeah.
And with a couple wins here, Pee-wee may be shooting up the rankings, because Pee-wee's been doing pretty well. Yeah, that's $21.80 going straight to Pee-wee's pocket there. So nice job getting that in 63 balls.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Good job, Pee-wee, winning that game number 19. Now we're getting into game number 20 of the broadcast, which means we have game number 20, 21, 22, 23, only 4 games left. So getting rolled, press play, but I got some players to go over in the Twiking Zone. 5th place, two-way tie. Moving into this tie is Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley, tying up big-time player Joni at VFW North St. Paul. They both have 166,000 points. With 172,000 points in 4th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. With 178,000 points in 3rd place, we got SNS at Chanticleer's Pizza in Coon Rapids. The number 2 player is Lucky Tim at American Legion Shakopee with 238,000 points. And then that number 1 player in the 300,000 point club with 301,000 points is Not Lucky at Corner Barn Goodhue.
Yeah, crazy stuff from those guys. And then we'll move right on to our location standings that have been up and down, left and right, crazy stuff. So in 10th place, we have Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent, 190,000 points for them. In 9th place, previously in 8th, it's Bleachers from Maplewood with 214,000 points, making a little switcheroo with Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale. And Titan Sports Saloon Oakdale has 215,000 points. They are in 8th place. 7th place, it's Corky's Bar South Haven with 242,000 points. Then in 6th place, it's Carboni's Pizza and Pub Oak Park Heights with 255,000 points. Then with 278,000 points in 5th place, making a little switcheroo, it's American Legion Fridley, who switched with Lakefront Bar in the center with 279,000 points. Lakefront Bar is in 4th place there. And then moving on to our 3rd place spot, it's Mapleview Lounge with 345,000 points for Mapleview there. And with 494,000 points, almost in that 500,000 point club, it is VFW Spring Lake Park in 2nd place. And then in 1st place, it's Corner Barn Goodhue with exactly 500,000 points. And that is crazy, because that is our first location to get into that 500,000 point club there.
Wow, that's some really, really good stuff. Do you want to tell you what else is some really good stuff? On our Vikings side of things, just more football talk, is just talking about how much we've been able to affect the quarterback this year compared to what we did last year to the quarterback. Last year, we only had 23 sacks in 16 games, which put us at the 28th best team at getting after the quarterback. Now in 2021, we've only played 6 games and we have 21 sacks. That's only 2 sacks lower than our 16-game total last season. We're the number 1 team in getting those sacks done, and so it's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, getting after the quarterback is such a big part of the defense, especially in today's NFL. I mean, I do put all that credit on the return of Daniel Hunter, obviously our best pass rusher, but I mean also could be the addition of Everson Griffin.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can
you can give it to either one of them. They've both been playing phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose one of them that I could have added to, it would have to be
Daniel Hunter.
Daniel Hunter coming back.
Yes, he was injured last year. The year prior was one of the top guys in sacks in the entire year. Even if he's not getting the sacks, he's getting the double teams. He's making it easier for the other defensive linemen.
For sure.
Yeah, so I mean that's the easy pick. Daniel Hunter, super talented. But Everson Griffin, I think he stepped in, has been one of the best sack getters in the entire NFL. I mean, I think he has 4 sacks on the season already. Really impressive stuff for the season, especially as the number 2 pass rusher on the team. I've been have been super happy with his revamp on this team, because I really thought that he was going to be kind of a nothing on the team after just having a couple slow years being with the Lions and the Cowboys. Now he's back with the Vikings, where he had his best years and now looks like prime Everson Griffin once again. But moving back to some Jackpot Hunter.
Yeah, it's a try there from Vinny's Sports Bar and Grill in Montemedi there. I think it's Vinny there, so unfortunately the captioner is kind of blocking it a little bit, but yeah, it's try from Vinny's Sports Bar and Grill there.
Yeah, I'll let you know when Curtis checks in and lets us know who exactly won.
Oh, Quinny's. It's Quinny's.
Oh, is it Quinny's?
Yeah, it's Quinny's. So
no, it's Vinny's. It's Vinny's. You're correct.
Oh, I thought I saw a Q in there.
Yeah, no, he said he said it's Vinny's.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he's checking it. He's correcting it. Is it Quinny's?
It is Quinny's.
Okay, so yes, it is Quinny's Sports Bar and Grill. Sorry that we were so wrong after checking multiple times. Curtis was probably believing what we were saying, and that's always a real dangerous game if you're trusting what we say. But definitely good job, Quinny's Bar, but especially good job to that winner right there, Try.
Yeah, nice job. And we got a little bit of fun here, guys, because it is the Minnesota Trivia Spotlight here. I'll just go straight to the question here.
Okay.
It was, who was the first woman to represent Minnesota in the U.S. Congress?
Lacey Stewart.
Lacey Stewart is a good guess. You know, super close to this person's name. I'll give you guys maybe a couple more seconds to guess.
I think you could just give them the answer to this one.
The Plains spokesman, accordion-playing Norwegian immigrant's daughter, Koya Knutsen, was elected in 1954 and served 2 terms. She lost the 1958 election in part because her vindictive husband distributed a Koya Come Home letter to the media, which was widely reported.
Wow,
that is interesting stuff there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so apparently she lost in 1958 because her husband distributed a letter saying Koya Come Home to the media.
That's insane. I can't believe, like, if my significant other is doing something as big as, like, participating in the U.S. Congress, I don't even care in what sense of participating in the U.S. Congress. Not even being a congresswoman. Like, I'm not doing anything to ruin that, and he just puts out a letter like, please come home, honey. Like, I need you here. Like, what?
Well, maybe he didn't like her politics. Who knows?
I don't know. That is terrible. I've never heard of anything like that ever happening. Yeah.
I feel like if you didn't like your significant other's politics that much, you may have not wanted to marry them in the first place. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say that he was just getting very lonely in the home. He said, he asked Koya, can you please come home? She said, no, I'm literally a part of the U.S. Congress. Can you not ask me to come home? And he was like, no, you must come home. Letters to the media.
Like, what? That's the only solution I have to that.
Is
like,
crazy
I
stuff.
Cannot believe that even happened. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, good old Andy.
Old Andy.
Just letting her know, just putting it out there that he wants her home.
Yeah, she's like, no, I'm part of the U.S. Congress, and Andy was like, no, I am going to go behind your back and talk to the media and give them a little come home letter.
Oh yeah, but that's insane. I can't believe that ever happened. Yeah. But we got balls dropping on this one. We'll be seeing if someone can take it home right here. Doesn't look like it. We're moving on to a $19.40 must-go prize. We got Monday. Lead 127. They had a lot of N's in it.
Yeah,
so
I see it there.
Okay, well, I'm glad you can understand my pronunciation.
Yeah, that's 3 N's right there. So a lot of N's in that Monday.
Yeah, exactly. We got big-time player Michelob. Big player Cinderella. Can't believe we have a huge celebrity like that playing.
Oh,
we finally got a winner.
Yeah, it's Angela, I'm guessing. Angela.
A fun spelling of Angela.
Yes, I have never seen Angela spelled like that before, but obviously you can spell your name how you want. So Angela it is, South Street, Saloon in Mikado. Obviously, if it's not Angela, I apologize. I just have been saying it like that because it almost looks like it's like Angela, but it's Angela. So
I mean, I think that's how you'd even pronounce it. Like how it's spelled. If it's pronounced how it's spelled, it would be Angela, anyways.
Yes, I think so. I don't know. I apologize, Angela, if I messed up your name a bunch of times. But speaking of not wanting to mess up people's names, in our top 10 player standings, there is a lot of names that I'd rather not mess up because they are famous and they are super cool because they're in this Jackpot Hunter standings here.
Big-time players, and I'm expecting some big-time movements to happen within this because, I mean, Pee-wee, who's in this top 10, has won at least 3 times today?
Yeah, I mean, we can count it up right now, but it has been
We'll have
quite
Curtis.
a few times.
Curtis, can you send in how many times Pee-wee has won today as we start getting into these Jackpot Hunter standings?
Yeah, I can start off. I think I did the players last time.
Yes, I get to talk about the players. Yes. In 10th place, we got Pee-wee at TJ's on and off sale. That player we were just talking about has had 18,000 points heading into today, but we're expecting to be moving up these standings because only 1,000 points ahead of him in 8th place is a 2-way tie between Bull at Corner Bar and Goodhue and Lula Finn at American Legion Shakopee. But not only could he maybe move past that tie, but maybe move into this 3-way tie in 5th place because they are all 2,000 points ahead of him. It's Short Bus at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, and Joni at Bleachers, who all have 20,000 points. I mean, it's very doable that Pee-wee might be able to move into that. But before I keep on going, did we get that answer?
Yeah, we have Curtis checked in. It has been 2 times today. So nice job, Pee-wee, getting 2 W's.
Yeah, good time stuff. Definitely could move up. I think it's 1,000 points every time you win, but we'll see how he ends up getting shaked up because sometimes the splits get weird about how the points get left get put out. But in fourth place in these Jackpot Hunter player standings, it's Jim Rocks at American Legion Stillwater with 21,000 points. In third place, it's Curtis J at Country Lounge with 22,000 points. Now we're going to head into the 25,000 point club as you guys head into game number 21 of the broadcast. Can't believe it's
number 22.
Game number 22 of the broadcast.
Wow.
We're just flying through these. But in second place, we got one away at Corner Pocket with 25,000 points. And with 33,000 points, just not letting go of that number one spot. He's the reigning champ. He's still right now the number one player. It's Yags 370 at the Riverboat Depot.
Yeah, great stuff from those. I'll quickly go over location standings here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in 10th place, we have Titan Sports Saloon in Oakdale, previously in 9th. 9th place, we have Bleachers from Maplewood, who was previously in 8th. And then in 8th place, we have that switcheroo. It is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids that switched with Bleachers from Maplewood there. And then in 7th place, we have Municipal Liquor Store in Akeley. Then in 6th place, we have Corner Bar Good Q. 5th place, it's American Legion Shakopee. 4th place, we have American Legion Rice. 3rd place, we have Riverboat Depot and Sartell. 2nd place, we have Poppy's Caffeine 2 at Cafe the 2nd in Coon Rapids. And then in 1st place, we have Country Lounge in St. Paul. So crazy stuff from those location standings. We had a little bit of a shakeup in that 10th, 9th, and 8th place spot, because in 10th place we had Titan Sports Saloon was in 9th, and then they got bumped back by both Bleachers and Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, because yeah, I think Titan Sports Saloon and Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards was tied. And then Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards gained quite a bit of points to jump into that 8th place spot.
That is some big time movement for them.
So yeah, cool stuff there. Speaking of cool stuff, or what we like to call the highbrow section of the broadcast, it is This Day in History.
Oh yeah, definitely love This Day in History. And this one is definitely one of those fun ones that I kind of wish that we had good old Jackpot John here to talk about with, because I know he's a fan of these guys. But before we get into This Day in History, we got a winner.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Carews there from Friends Bar and Restaurant in St. Cloud. So getting that $29.80 there right into your pocket, so you can have a little bit of money to cruise around in.
Oh yeah, good stuff. And now we're getting enrolled into game number 23.
Yes, so our final game of the broadcast.
Yes, already getting into the final game of the broadcast. We've had a lot of fun, but get enrolled, press play. All these jackpots are available just for this final game for today. But after this, we'll be heading into some Vikings, no, not Vikings, Skull Bingo.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of fun. There's 3 different jackpots available in those games, and it runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. But we got This Day in History. I keep on procrastinating. On October 25th, 1980, we got AC/DC earns their first top 40 hit with You Shook Me All Night Long. Back when they were releasing albums like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap in 1977, AC/DC would have seemed an unlikely candidate to become one of the top-selling pop music acts of all time. But over the course of its coming decade, that's exactly what these Australian rockers became. And not by keeping pace with the changes in musical fashion, but by sticking steadfastly to a musical style and business strategy that have helped the group stand the test of time.
That is great stuff there, because AC/DC is one of those like huge rock bands and just bands of all time that like people recognize and know. And You Shook Me All Night Long is one of those top songs that they're always recognized. I mean, I like if you played it for anybody, they would know. Oh wait, that's AC/DC right there.
Oh yeah,
so.
but I mean, there's so many more. I mean, you got Thunderstruck, Highway to Hell, Back in Black, Shoot to Thrill.
It's a long way to the top. I mean, just great stuff.
Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
All just really, really good stuff.
Shot in the Dark. I mean, Rock and Roll Train. Just so many. We have TNT.
Yes, I mean it just doesn't stop with the hits from AC/DC, and their first top 40 hit, "You Shook Me All Night," came out today in 1980.
Yeah, crazy stuff there. And speaking of crazy stuff, not really that crazy. I just like highlighting it because I'm crazy about it. It's our charity spotlight here. It's Eagles Airy.
I gotta say that was a pretty good move to using the crazy.
I was wondering where I was going with it, and then I pulled it together.
You're like, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm crazy about it. That's awesome. But yeah, Eagles Airy 228.
Rochester there.
Yeah, Rochester. Their mission statement, a really good one. People helping people. The goal of our nonprofit organization from Rochester is to help. The Fraternal Order of Eagles uphold and nourish the value of home, family, and community that are so necessary, and it seems so often get ignored and trampled in today's society. Have you ever thought about how much you could change things just by volunteering? Well, Eagles Airy in Rochester definitely challenges you to do so, and by helping out your community, you not only have to go volunteer for them, but you can just play at this specific location to help them out.
Yeah, and it's quite the switch around of the name here for the location. Actually, it's just Eagles Airy in Rochester there, so that their charity is called Eagles Airy in Rochester, and their bar name is Eagles Airy, so easy to find. They have all day specials. Monday, it's 1/3 a burger, 1/3 pound burger for $4.25. So very cheap for a burger there. Tuesdays, it's spaghetti with meatballs or chicken fettuccine alfredo, $8.75. Wednesday, it's a roasted chicken with mashed potatoes, gravy, coleslaw, and a dinner roll with $8.50 there. Thursday, it's beef or fish tacos, $3.50. And then the Friday, it's a fish dinner with fries or baked potato dinner roll and coleslaw with $14 there.
Well, what a great way to end off the broadcast. Listing off some great food and getting a great winner a prize, because it's here to win over at Sauk Rapids VFW Post 6992, taking home that $34.40 must-go prize. And now we're going to be getting into some Skull Bingo. So make sure you guys are having fun and remembering, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
We'll see you guys.
See ya.
Trisha, Fred, big-time players out there over at the Moonlight Bay, winning $1,600. But Lucky Tim came in over at the Lakefront Bar with another jackpot win, $2,778.
Oh yeah, well, we're giving jackpots out all the time, so make sure you guys are coming out for all of our live bingo this week. Hey guys, and we love playing Vikings bingo from 12 to 1 every single day. And I mean, we just gave out a Vikings jackpot that was absolutely massive. Not during the 12 to 1 time, it was during Vikings bingo.
Yeah.
But it was huge amounts of cash. It was over 35 grand on it. It was a lot of fun, but it is huge on that Twiking zone. I can't wait to see the shakeups after everyone was trying to win that 35 grand jackpot.
Yeah, let's just get in there right away. 10th place, we got Looser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 112,000 points. That's right, we're already in the 100,000 point club. It happens fast. With 134,000 points over at Shady's Railside, it's Puts in 9th place. Then in 8th place, it's Kick It over at Bleachers with 142,000 points. With 144,000 points over at Corky's Bar South Haven, it's Nan in 7th place. In 6th place, it's the reigning champion Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon with 161,000 points. With 163,000 points over at VFW Blaine, Scrub Eye sits in 5th place. In fourth place, we got Joni at the VFW St. Paul, North St. Paul, I should say, with 166,000 points. But with 171,000 points, it's our third place player, SNS, over at the Muddy Cow Brooklyn Park. But then we jump into the 200,000 point club with 222,000 points over at the White Front Saloon. It's Lucky Tim in second place. And then our number one player in the entire state of Minnesota in the twiking zone is not lucky. Corner Bar Goodhue, 295,000 points. Look for not lucky to get into the 300,000 point club this week.
Oh yeah, really close to it, but points. Then with 930,875 points in fifth place, the final player outside that 1 million point club, it's Drumsky at the Underground Bar and Grill.
Wow.
Fourth place, it's Forget You D at Eagles Austin with 1,036,715 points. Just got bumped back on Game Day Bingo by High Rising Brizo. Yes, Brizo in third place now over at the Atomic Star Tavern with 1,045,579 points. It's a virtual tie between him and Forget You D right now.
Okay.
Second place, it's SpongeBob at American Legion St. James with 1,223,820 points, closing that gap between him and the number one player. But that number one player, and he has stayed that number one player for a week now, and that is Devoided at Kathy's Pub with 1,200,000 277,880 points.
I'll tell you what, SpongeBob, though, closing the gap, seeing that High Rise and Brizo passing up for Get You D, some movement at the top of our board. I'm going to be on the seat of my, or I should say, I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat for the what's going to happen this week. Well, it's also pretty exciting here in the location standings. In 10th place, we've got Mama T's Castle Tap in Little Canada. They've got 2,692,900 points.
Starting it off in the 2 million point club.
Yeah, we are. And on the back half of that 2 million point club, we're jumping really close to 3 million already with 2,915,860 points over Newmarket. It's Leo's Bar sitting in 9th place. In 8th